Okay, so here I'm going to teach you how you can easily find the drop distance of an object purely by using a stopwatch or a timer on your phone. I was recently scrolling through social media and I came across this video of a group of people in some sort of cave, and they were dropping a rock down this deep dark abyss, and a few seconds later you could actually hear the sound of the rock hitting the bottom. I figured it would be cool to show you how in a similar situation you can find what that drop distance is. This works really well for really any reasonable distance and for any object that doesn't have a lot of air resistance, of course, like a sheet of paper or something. But it really is easy. All you do is multiply 4.9 times the time in seconds that you measured of the drop on your phone times that time again. So 4.9 times the time squared. That gives you the distance in meters that that object dropped. Pretty simple. This equation in its raw form is what we call the free fall equation. And it tells us that the drop distance is equal to 1/2 times g, which is the acceleration due to gravity, around 9.81 meters per second squared, times the time it takes to drop squared. I want to point out something interesting you may have noticed about this equation, which is the fact that nowhere in there do you see an m for mass. So this equation, the fall time, is independent of mass. That's interesting, right? That tells us that whether we're talking about a 2,000-pound boulder or a golf ball under gravity, these fall at the same rate. They would hit the ground at the same time. This equation, the free fall equation, is part of a larger mathematical framework that we call kinematics. What's interesting about it is that it's completely mass independent, right? You've heard me talk about Newton's laws of motion, right? These were groundbreaking in physics. We use them a lot. Purely by using mathematical concepts and geometry, we have a full category of equations that tell us about motion, right? So to me, that sort of shows the deep connection between math. Purely by using things like geometry and calculus, we can find out a lot about our universe and how things move, which I think is pretty cool. So I hope that was interesting, educational, and as always, thanks for watching.